Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English Daily. I'm Emma, and I'm so excited you're joining me today. Today is very special because I'm not in the city. I'm in the beautiful American countryside. This weekend, I'm visiting my Uncle Tom and Aunt Mary at their farm in rural Ohio. Right now, I want you to close your eyes. Picture green fields, blue skies, and fresh air. Imagine the sound of birds singing and the peaceful quiet of country life. Can you feel it? That sense of peace and calm? Now, here's my challenge for you. Try to describe nature in English for just 1 minute. Don't stop talking. Use any words you know. Trees, flowers, animals, sky. How did that feel? Did you struggle to find the right words? Don't worry. That's completely normal. And today, I'm going to change that forever. By the end of this 1-hour journey, you'll be able to describe countryside life fluently and naturally. You'll have the vocabulary, the confidence, and most importantly, you'll feel the English flowing from your mouth when you talk about nature. Today, we're going to spend 1 hour together, living like Americans in the countryside. You'll learn about farm life, rural culture, and the simple beauty of country living. Most importantly, you'll practice speaking English about nature, farming, and peaceful weekend activities. This is not just an English lesson. This is a real experience of American rural life. We're going to shadow together, repeat together, and learn together. Think of it like learning a beautiful song. You don't just listen, you sing along. For the next hour, forget about the busy city. Forget about traffic and tall buildings. Today, we breathe fresh country air and discover the heart of rural America. I know what you're thinking right now. 1 hour? That sounds like a lot. But let me tell you something that will change your perspective completely. After this 1 hour together, you're going to realize something incredible about yourself. You're going to discover that you can create a story just like this one. Yes, you. A story with nearly 5,000 words flowing naturally from beginning to end. Right now, you might be thinking, Emma, that's impossible. I struggle to write even a short paragraph. How could I ever tell a long story in English? I understand that feeling completely. Many of my students have told me the same thing. They feel overwhelmed when they think about speaking or writing for more than a few minutes. But here's what's going to happen during our hour together. As you listen to every sentence, every description, every conversation, you're going to start noticing something amazing. You'll understand 60%, then 70%, then 80%, maybe even every single word I say. And that's when the magic happens. You'll realize that all the vocabulary I'm using, you already know it. The sentence structures, they're actually quite simple. I'm not using complicated academic words or complex grammar structures. Everything you'll hear today uses basic, everyday English vocabulary, the same words you already have in your mind. The secret isn't knowing thousands of difficult words. The secret is learning how to weave simple words together into beautiful stories. It's about discovering how basic vocabulary can paint vivid pictures when you arrange it naturally. Think about it. Every great story ever told uses simple words arranged in meaningful ways. Love, hope, dreams, family, nature. These aren't complicated concepts, but they create the most powerful stories. So here's my promise to you. By the end of this hour, you won't just have improved your listening skills. You'll have gained something much more valuable, the confidence to know that you can create beautiful English stories too. This 1 hour isn't just about learning English. It's about discovering your own potential as an English storyteller. And here's the secret to making this even more powerful. I want you to put yourself in my shoes. Imagine that you are me, and this is your story. This is the secret to truly immersing yourself in the language. When you imagine yourself as the main character, something magical happens. You naturally understand the story more clearly. Even when you're not 100% sure about a specific word, you'll still understand it through context. Your brain will connect the dots automatically. So don't just listen. Live the story. Immerse yourself completely in this peaceful countryside adventure. Are you ready for this peaceful journey? Get comfortable, grab your favorite drink, and let's begin together. The sun rises early on the farm. I wake up at 6 o'clock to the sound of roosters. They crow loudly. City people might find this annoying, but I think it's charming and natural. I stretch my arms and look out the window. The view is incredible. Rolling green hills stretch as far as I can see. There are no tall buildings, no busy streets, just peaceful farmland and beautiful sky. Uncle Tom is already outside feeding the chickens. He's been a farmer for 30 years and loves starting his day with the animals. Aunt Mary is in the kitchen, making fresh coffee. The smell drifts upstairs and wakes me completely. I put on comfortable clothes today, blue jeans, a cotton t-shirt, and sturdy boots. In the countryside, we dress for comfort and work, not for fashion or style. I go downstairs to the cozy kitchen. "Good morning, Emma," says Aunt Mary warmly. "Did you sleep well, sweetheart?" "Yes, so peaceful. Oh, the quiet is wonderful," I reply. Uncle Tom comes inside, wiping his hands. "Morning, city girl. Ready to learn about farm life?" He smiles and pats my shoulder gently. For breakfast, we have farm-fresh eggs, thick slices of homemade bread, crispy bacon from their own pigs, and milk so fresh it was collected yesterday. Everything tastes incredible. Food always tastes better when it's fresh and natural. In the city, we buy everything from stores. Here, they grow and raise their own food. These eggs are amazing, I tell them. Our chickens are happy chickens, laughs Unky Tom. Happy chickens lay the best eggs. What's your favorite breakfast food? Have you ever tasted fresh farm eggs? You can practice saying, I like fresh eggs. Farm food tastes better. I want to visit a farm. After breakfast, it's time to meet all the animals. This is my favorite part of farm life. First, we visit the chicken coop. There are 20 chickens of different colors, brown ones, white ones, and some with beautiful patterns. They cluck and walk around freely, pecking at seeds and looking for bugs. Here, Emma, throw some corn to them, says Uncle Tom. I scatter the corn on the ground. The chickens rush over excitedly. They sound so happy. Next, we go to the pig pen. 3 large pigs are rolling in the mud. Why do they do that? I ask. Pigs roll in mud to stay cool, Uncle Tom explains. They don't sweat like humans do. The pigs are actually very clean and intelligent animals. Many people don't know this. They recognize their names and come when called. Now we walk to the cow pasture. 8 black and white dairy cows are grazing peacefully. They look up at us with big, gentle eyes. That's Bessie, says Aunt Mary. She's the friendliest cow on our farm. I reach out slowly to pet Bessie's neck. Her fur is soft and warm. Do you like animals? What's your favorite farm animal? Maybe you prefer dogs and cats. We also have 2 horses, Thunder and Lightning. They're beautiful brown horses with long manes. Uncle Tom uses them for riding around the farm and sometimes for pulling equipment. Would you like to ride Thunder later? He asks. I've never ridden a horse before, I say nervously. Don't worry. Thunder is very gentle with beginners. The farm also has 3 cats that live in the barn. They keep mice away from the grain. One orange cat rubs against my leg and purrs loudly. Farm cats are independent, but friendly. Now comes the interesting part. Learning how farmers work. Uncle Tom shows me around their vegetable garden. We grow everything ourselves, he says proudly. Rows and rows of vegetables stretch before us. Tomatoes hanging red and ripe on tall plants. Green beans climbing up wooden poles. Carrots growing underground with orange tops showing. Lettuce in neat, organized rows, and corn stalks taller than me. Farming is hard work, Uncle Tom explains, but it's also very rewarding. We plant seeds in spring, take care of them all summer, and harvest fresh food in fall. I help Aunt Mary pick tomatoes for lunch. Choose the red ones, she teaches me. Green tomatoes aren't ready yet. The tomatoes are warm from the sunshine and smell amazing. Nothing compares to vegetables picked fresh from your own garden. We also collect eggs from the chicken coop. Some chickens are sitting on their nests. Gently reach under them. Aunt Mary shows me. The eggs are still warm. This feels so different from buying eggs in plastic containers at the supermarket. Uncle Tom teaches me about the corn. Each corn plant produces 1 or 2 ears of corn. We plant thousands of corn seeds every spring. The cornfield looks like a green ocean, waving in the gentle breeze. Farm work follows the seasons. Spring is for planting seeds. Summer is for watering and caring for plants. Fall is for harvesting crops. Winter is for resting and planning next year. Farmers depend on good weather, Uncle Tom explains. Too much rain is bad. Too little rain is also bad. We need just the right amount of sunshine and water. Have you ever grown your own vegetables? Maybe herbs on your windowsill or flowers in a small garden? You can practice saying, I want to grow tomatoes. Fresh vegetables taste better. Farming is important work. After morning chores, we take a walk through the beautiful countryside. The air smells clean and fresh, so different from city air. We walk down a dirt road lined with tall oak trees. Their leaves create cool shade and rustle softly in the wind. This road has been here for over 50 years, Uncle Tom tells me. I walked down this same road when I was a little boy. We pass other farms along the way. Each farm is different. Some have dairy cows, others grow wheat or soybeans, and some raise sheep or goats. We wave to Farmer Johnson, working in his field. Morning, Tom. Beautiful day, isn't it? He calls out. Sure is, Bob. Perfect weather for haying, Uncle Tom replies. In the countryside, everyone knows everyone. Neighbors help each other during busy seasons like planting and harvesting. It's like one big friendly community. We stop at a small creek that runs through the property. The water is clear and cool, flowing over smooth rocks and creating a peaceful sound. I used to catch fish here when I was young, Uncle Tom says, with a smile. Maybe we can try fishing later. Wildflowers grow along the creek bank. Yellow daisies, purple violets, and white clover. Butterflies dance from flower to flower, and bees collect nectar busily. This is so peaceful. In the city, we rarely see butterflies or wildflowers. Here, nature is everywhere you look. We climb a small hill behind the farmhouse. From the top, we can see the entire valley, green fields in every direction, a few farmhouses scattered around, and mountains in the distance. This is why I love farming, Uncle Tom says quietly. Every morning, I wake up to this beautiful view. What kind of nature do you enjoy? Mountains, oceans, forests, or farms? You can say, I love nature. The countryside is peaceful. Fresh air feels good. At noon, We return to the farmhouse for lunch. Aunt Mary has prepared a true country meal. The kitchen smells wonderful. She's made fried chicken using their own chickens, mashed potatoes with butter and cream, green beans picked fresh from the garden, corn on the cob, sweet and juicy, and homemade biscuits, still warm from the oven. Everything on this table came from our farm, Aunt Mary says proudly. Except the salt and pepper, she laughs at her own joke. We sit around the old wooden table that's been in their family for generations. The food is delicious, much better than restaurant food because it's made with love and fresh ingredients. In the city, I tell them, people eat lunch quickly at their desks. This is so much better, relaxed and peaceful. Country people believe meals should bring families together, Uncle Tom explains. We work hard, so we eat well. During lunch, we talk about many things: the weather, the crops, local news, and family stories from years past. Uncle Tom tells me about the big storm last month. The wind was so strong it knocked down 3 trees. But our neighbor Jake came over with his chainsaw and helped us clean up the next day. That's what neighbors do in the country, Aunt Mary adds. We help each other through good times and bad. After lunch, I help wash the dishes in the big farmhouse sink. No dishwasher here. Everything is done by hand. But it's nice washing dishes together and talking about the morning's activities. Country life is slower than city life. People take time to enjoy meals, appreciate nature, and connect with family and friends. The afternoon sun is warm and bright. Uncle Tom suggests we go horseback riding. I'm nervous, but excited. Don't worry, he says gently. Thunder has carried many beginners safely. Thunder is a beautiful brown horse with kind eyes. Uncle Tom shows me how to approach him. Move slowly. Let him smell your hand first. Thunder sniffs my hand, then allows me to pet his neck. His fur is soft, and he feels warm and strong. He likes you, Uncle Tom smiles. Uncle Tom helps me get on Thunder's back. It feels very high up, but Thunder stands perfectly still, waiting patiently for me to get comfortable. Hold the reins gently, Uncle Tom instructs. Thunder knows what to do. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. We walk slowly around the pasture. Thunder's movement is smooth and rhythmic. After a few minutes, I start to relax and enjoy it. From horseback, the countryside looks even more beautiful. I can see farther across the fields and feel more connected to the land. Cowboys and farmers have been riding horses for hundreds of years, Uncle Tom tells me. Horses are partners, not just transportation. We ride to the far edge of the property, where an old apple orchard grows. The apple trees are heavy with red fruit, almost ready for harvest. These trees were planted by my grandfather, Uncle Tom says proudly. Every fall, Aunt Mary makes the best apple pie in the county. We pick a few apples to eat. They're crisp, sweet, and juicy. Nothing tastes better than fruit picked directly from the tree. Have you ever ridden a horse or picked fruit from trees? You can practice saying, "I want to ride a horse." Fresh apples are delicious. Country life is peaceful. Later in the afternoon, we drive to town in Uncle Tom's old pickup truck. The town is very small, just one main street with a few shops, a church, and a school. This is typical of rural American communities. Everyone owes everyone else, and life moves at a comfortable pace. We stop at Miller's General Store, the heart of this small community. Mr. Miller has owned this store for 20 years. He sells everything: food, tools, clothing, medicine. Tom, how's the corn looking this year? Mr. Miller asks. Looking good, thanks to all this rain, Uncle Tom replies. I buy postcards to send to my city friends. The pictures show beautiful farm scenes, red barns, golden wheat fields, and country roads. Next door is Betty's Cafe, where local farmers gather for coffee and friendly conversation. The walls are covered with photos of local families and farming history. That's my father, Uncle Tom points to an old photo. He was the best farmer in this county. Betty, the cafe owner, brings us fresh coffee and homemade pie. You must be Tom's niece from the city, she says warmly. How do you like country life? It's wonderful, I reply honestly. So peaceful and friendly. In small towns, new faces are quickly noticed, but visitors are always welcomed warmly and treated like family. We also visit the local church, a small white building with a tall steeple. This church has been here for over 100 years, Uncle Tom tells me. My grandparents were married here. The church is the center of community life. People gather here, not just for Sunday services, but for community dinners, meetings, and celebrations. At the post office, Mrs. Johnson greets us. Tom, how's everything at the farm? Even the mail delivery is personal here. Mrs. Johnson knows everyone's name and asks about their families. This is so different from city life, where you might not know anyone's names. In small towns, people care about each other and support each other through everything. As the sun begins to set, we return to the peaceful farm. The evening light is golden and beautiful, casting long shadows across the fields. This is called golden hour, when everything looks magical and warm. We sit on the front porch of the farmhouse, drinking cold lemonade and watching the sunset paint the sky in shades of orange, pink, and purple. This is my favorite time of day, Aunt Mary sighs contentedly. After all the work is done, we can just sit and appreciate the beauty around us. The evening air is cool and comfortable. Fireflies begin to dance in the grass, blinking their tiny lights on and off. In the city, you never see fireflies. Uncle Tom brings out his old guitar and plays soft country music. The songs are about simple things: love, family, hard work, and home. Music sounds better outdoors, he says, strumming a gentle melody. We can hear crickets chirping in the grass, owls hooting in the oak trees, and the distant sound of cows mooing softly. These are the sounds of country evening. For dinner, Aunt Mary makes a simple meal: soup from fresh vegetables, cornbread still warm from the oven, and glasses of cold milk. After working outside all day, simple food tastes the best, she explains. We eat on the porch, watching stars appear in the clear sky. In the countryside, away from city lights, you can see thousands of stars. That's the Big Dipper, Uncle Tom points upward. And there's the North Star. I try to count the stars, but give up quickly. There are too many. The night sky in the country is like a beautiful black blanket covered with diamonds. What do you like about evening time? Do you prefer quiet activities or social activities? You can practice saying, I enjoy peaceful evenings. Stars are beautiful. Country nights are quiet. As we sit together in comfortable silence, I think about the differences between city life and country life. In the city, everything happens fast. People hurry to work, eat quickly, and always seem busy and stressed. Here in the countryside, life has natural rhythm. People wake with the sun, work at a comfortable pace, and rest when the day is done. Do you ever miss the city? I ask Uncle Tom and Aunt Mary. Sometimes we miss the convenience. Aunt Mary admits. The nearest hospital is 30 minutes away, and we have to drive 20 minutes just to buy groceries. But we wouldn't trade this life for anything, Uncle Tom adds firmly. Here, we know our neighbors. We eat food. We grow ourselves. We work with our hands and feel connected to the land. Country people often stay in the same community for their entire lives. They know the land, the seasons, and the rhythms of nature. City people move frequently for jobs and often feel disconnected from nature and community. Both lifestyles have advantages. Cities offer jobs, education, culture, and convenience. The countryside offers peace, community, nature, and simplicity. The most important thing, Aunt Mary says wisely, is to appreciate wherever you live and find happiness in simple things. I think about my city life, rushing to work, eating fast food, staying inside air-conditioned buildings. Today showed me a different way to live. Maybe I can bring some country wisdom back to my city life, taking time to appreciate nature, eating more fresh food, and building stronger community connections. As the evening grows cooler, we move inside the cozy farmhouse. The house feels warm and welcoming. Family photos cover the walls. Handmade quilts drape over chairs, and the wood floors creak gently as we walk around. This house has been in their family for 3 generations. It holds so many memories and stories. Your room is upstairs, Aunt Mary tells me. It was your cousin Cher's room when she lived here. The bedroom is simple but comfortable. A wooden bed covered with a beautiful quilt that Aunt Mary made herself. White curtains flutter in the evening breeze, and a window looks out over the moonlit fields. I prepare for bed slowly, enjoying the peaceful quiet. No traffic sounds, no sirens, no neighbors playing loud music. Just the gentle sounds of country night, crickets singing their evening songs, wind rustling through corn stalks, and the distant call of an owl. I brush my teeth with water that comes from their own well, deep underground. The water tastes clean and pure, so different from city water with its chemical treatment. I put on comfortable pajamas and open the window wide. Fresh country air flows into the room, carrying the sweet scent of wildflowers and newly cut hay. In the city, I always sleep with windows closed and air conditioning on. Tonight, I'll sleep with natural air and natural sounds. Before getting into bed, I spend a few minutes at the window, looking out at the moonlit countryside. The moon is full and bright, casting silver light across the fields. Everything looks peaceful and magical in the moonlight. I can see Uncle Tom's corn swaying gently in the night breeze, the barn standing strong and silent, and fireflies still dancing among the wildflowers. This view will stay in my memory forever. Do you like sleeping with windows open? What sounds help you fall asleep? You can practice saying, "I like fresh air." Country nights are peaceful. Natural sounds are relaxing. I climb into the comfortable bed and pull the handmade quilt up to my chin. The bed feels different from my city bed, softer somehow, more welcoming. Maybe it's because everything here is made with love and care, not manufactured in factories. As I close my eyes, my mind fills with images from today. Thunder's gentle brown eyes, the taste of fresh tomatoes, Uncle Tom's patient teaching, Aunt Mary's warm smile, and the golden sunset over rolling hills. I think about the chickens clucking happily, the cows grazing peacefully, and the creek flowing over smooth stones. Everything here feels connected. The animals, the plants, the people, and the land itself. In my dreams tonight, I imagine myself living on a farm. Maybe I'm feeding chickens in the morning, riding horses through fields of corn, picking apples from ancient trees, and watching stars appear in the clear country sky. In my dream, I know all the neighbors' names. I grow my own vegetables, bake my own bread, and live in harmony with nature's rhythms. I dream of seasons changing, spring planting, summer growing, autumn harvesting, winter resting. Each season brings its own beauty and its own work. Sometimes in dreams, we discover parts of ourselves we didn't know existed. Tonight, I discover my love for simple, peaceful living. Maybe when I return to the city, I'll start a small garden on my apartment balcony, or visit farmers markets to buy fresh local food, or take weekend trips to the countryside to remember this peaceful feeling. Dreams help us process new experiences and imagine new possibilities. Tonight, my dreams are full of green fields, fresh air, and the quiet satisfaction of living close to nature. Morning comes gently in the countryside. No alarm clocks needed. The roosters are nature's alarm clock. I wake up feeling completely rested. The air smells fresh and clean. Sunlight streams through the white cotton curtains. Looking out the window, I see Uncle Tom already in the vegetable garden, checking his tomato plants, pulling a few weeds. Farmers start their day early, but they work with nature's schedule, not the artificial schedule of city offices and meetings. I dress quickly and go downstairs to find Aunt Mary making breakfast. "Good morning, dear. Did you sleep well?" "Like a baby," I reply. "It was so quiet and peaceful." "Country air makes for country sleep," she laughs. "Deep and restful." For breakfast, we have fresh eggs again. Thick slices of homemade bread, toasted perfectly. Butter churned from their own cream. And jam made from last summer's strawberries. Everything has a story here. The jam reminds them of picking berries in the hot July sun. The butter comes from Bessie and the other cows. Even the bread flour was ground at the local mill. In the city, I realize I never think about where my food comes from. Here, you know the story of every meal. That's one reason we love farming, Uncle Tom says, joining us for breakfast. We're connected to everything we eat. After breakfast, I help with morning chores. We collect eggs, feed the chickens, check on the pigs, and make sure all the animals have fresh water. Each animal has its own personality. The chickens are busy and social, always chattering to each other. The pigs are intelligent and curious, watching everything we do. The cows are gentle and calm, moving slowly and peacefully. Animals teach us about life, Uncle Tom observes. They live in the present moment, enjoy simple pleasures, and they don't worry about tomorrow. Today, Uncle Tom teaches me how to milk a cow. This is something I never imagined doing. Bessie is our best milker, he explains. She's gentle and patient with beginners. Bessie stands calmly in the barn. Uncle Tom shows me the technique. Squeeze gently, then pull down, he demonstrates. Be rhythmic and consistent. I try it nervously. At first, nothing happens. Then suddenly, milk squirts into the bucket. I'm so surprised. I almost fall off the stool. "Well done." Uncle Tom encourages. "You're a natural." It takes practice to get the rhythm right. But soon, I'm milking almost as well as Uncle Tom. The worn milk smells sweet and fresh. "This milk will be on our breakfast table tomorrow," he tells me. Fresh from cow to table in 12 hours. In the city, Milk travels hundreds of miles. It sits in stores for days before we buy it. Here, everything is immediate and fresh. Next, we work in the vegetable garden. Aunt Mary teaches me how to weed around the tomato plants. Pull the weeds carefully, she shows me. Don't disturb the vegetable roots. Working in the garden feels like meditation. Your mind focuses on simple, repetitive tasks, while your hands work in the soil. It's peaceful and satisfying. We also pick green beans for tonight's dinner. The beans hang like green jewels on their tall plants. Take only the mature ones, Aunt Mary instructs. Leave the small ones to grow bigger. Gardening teaches patience. You plant seeds and wait. You water and wait. You weed and wait. Then, when the time is right, you harvest the results of your patience. This is so different from city life, where everything happens instantly. Instant coffee, instant messages, instant entertainment. Have you ever grown your own food? What vegetables would you like to grow? You can practice saying, I want to learn gardening. Fresh vegetables are healthy. Farming teaches patience. This evening is special because it's the monthly potluck dinner at the community center. Everyone brings something to share, Aunt Mary explains, as she packs her famous apple pie. It's how we stay connected as neighbors. The community center is a simple building, a place where local people gather for meetings, celebrations, and dinners. When we arrive, 20 families are already there, setting up long tables and arranging food. A variety is incredible. Homemade fried chicken, fresh corn on the cob, garden salads, homemade rolls, 3 different types of pie, and casseroles I've never seen before. Everything here is homemade, I notice. No store-bought food at all. That's rural pride, Uncle Tom explains. People take pride in their cooking and want to share their best recipes. Everyone welcomes me warmly, even though I'm a stranger. You must be Tom's niece from the city. How do you like our little community? Please try my cornbread recipe. This evening reminds me that community isn't just about living near each other. It's about caring for each other, sharing what you have, and celebrating life together. As the evening ends and we drive home under starlit skies, I realize this weekend has changed me. I've experienced the peaceful rhythm of country life, the satisfaction of working with your hands, and the warmth of true community. Tomorrow, I'll return to my busy city life, but I'll carry these memories with me. Maybe I'll slow down a little, appreciate simple pleasures more, and remember that the most important things in life are things at all. Thank you for joining me on this peaceful journey through rural America. This is Emma from Speak English Daily. Until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, English is everywhere, even in the quiet countryside.